continuing our tour looking at the pros and cons of lakefront properties here in Granbury. We started at the DeCordova Dam, we hit the bluffs, we gave you an overview of the lake. Today we're continuing that tour looking at DeCordova. This is one of the premier communities for looking for lakefront homes here in Granbury, and we want to give you some of the pros and cons of what you need to know about this neighborhood. So we're sitting out in front of DeCordova right now, and you've got some really fantastic main body homes. We're looking at a water depth of about 19 foot here along the edge, and it goes into a little inlet cove where there's a lot of other properties available as well. DeCordova, compared to Pecan, it's going to have probably over 100 lakefront homes available, whereas Pecan Plantation only had 12. So a lot more opportunities. These are some premium properties. The water depth is good, so you won't have any issues with docks and things of that nature. So just a fantastic community. What do you need to know about DeCordova? Well, we're going to highlight a few things in the office. We're going to go back 20 years and show you what this area looked like during the drought. We're going to show you water depths along the edges of these docks so you can have an idea of the depth all around the perimeter of the shoreline. And then we're also going to show you all the things you need to know about the HOA, the amenities, the golf course, the country club. What does the HOAs cost per month? What are the initiation fees? We're going to do all that in office, but we wanted to give you a look of where this is located on the lake. So I'm going to pull up a screenshot of where we're at on the lake just so you can see from the lakeside where we're located, and then we're going to give you the full rundown there in the office. So this is a little special mention. This is probably some of the most impressive lakefront homes you're going to find in all of Granbury. This is South Bend, Kudos neighborhood. They're developing this. Most of the homes in this community are not on the water, but the ones that are spectacular. I mean, just next level craftsmanship, beautiful, beautiful homes. We're going to do a little drone fly up so you can see what these properties look like from the lake, but they are some of my favorite to look at. I enjoy, the architecture and the skill and craftsmanship. Kudos done just a beautiful job of these properties, and we're going to highlight some of them in the drone for you right now. And we're here in the office taking a look at DeCordova. We've highlighted what it looks like on the lake. We want to give you the full breakdown of everything you need to know about the neighborhood. So we're going to start with a quick look at some drone footage. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we are going to pull this up and review it real quick together. And then from there, we will move on to looking at some satellite footage. So here's a property out in DeCordova. As you can see, main portion of the lake. It is beautiful, premier location here on Lake Granbury. DeCordova probably has the most lakefront homes of any other neighborhood, especially main body properties for sure. So great location. It is going to be a hot spot for those looking for lakefront homes. And then I'm going to turn back around on this drone and you can see all of this area. So it's going to go for quite a while as far as down the shoreline. This is just one little piece of the shoreline where DeCordova is. I'm going to pull it up on a Google map shortly as well. So all of this is going to be DeCordova. So DeCordova runs along this shoreline. It has multiple little inlets, so lots of lake frontage. So beautiful main body homes located through here. Now we want to turn our attention to the Google Earth, where we're going to go about using some satellite imagery, and you can see how these areas looked. So this is going to be today. If we go back to 22, there was a slight drought there, but you see all these docks are safely in the water. Everything still has access. Go back to 2016. That was a good year, so everything looks good. This is going to be where the drought was. So looking at these properties, these docks are landed. There's not water access, from the boat slip here during that period of time. You can see the same thing for 2013. And then when you go to 2008, it's back full again. There was the period of time where we had the main issues with the drought. And so that gives you an idea of what to expect if you're looking at homes along this portion of the shoreline. Like I said, it's not very often that we see that happen. Any lake's going to have some issues they have to deal with, but this did happen, and it's just good to know kind of what your worst case scenario is a period, maybe 1 to 2 years, where you don't get to access it because of a severe drought. All right, we're going to move now to the Fisher map. So DeCordova is in here, as you can see. So DeCordova is here. We've got 25 foot here, 10 foot here. The deeper portions, typically are running along this side. We have 15, 10. So this These are all, you know, decent depths for the water, and this gives you an idea of how the depth of the lake is shaped at this portion of the lake specifically. So now we're going to move to Google Maps. Google Maps. So this is where the location on the lake, as I was driving up in the boat, we were going this way and we drove here. So this is how we got there. From Granbury, you're at a completely different part of Granbury because the way you get there by road is going to be over on this side of town. So you got to drive all the way around from this side of the lake to get here. Whereas from here, you have pretty quick access into town. You basically go up and you have HEB is going to be right here. You can go up and hit the square this way. You have pretty quick access into Fort Worth because you're on this side of town. Most of that traffic bottleneck stops right around here. So you're bypassing all of this traffic that you know gets caught up in this area. So with that, we've kind of covered a lot of things about DeCordova. Obviously, we haven't covered the HOA. So the HOA runs about $300 a month, and there's a $10,000 initiation, call it a buy-in fee, initiation fee into the neighborhood. What do you get with this? Well, you have 2 manned security entrances with gates where people have to get permission from an owner to get in and out. We've got tennis courts, pickleball courts, we've got volleyball courts, we've got a golf course, a country club, a marina, a boat ramp, and much other stuff besides. So the neighborhood comes packed with a good bit of amenities, located in a central location within the city, so good location, and some of the premium waterfront homes that you would want to look at here in Granbury. So with all of that, I hope you found this information helpful. We're going to do a little bit of driving around, get boots on the ground out there in DeCordova, and I hope you enjoy this video. This is part 2 of a series. So we gave some overviews of the lake. In part 1, we kind of covered an intro, and then we hit the bluffs, a short little clip of the bluffs before we signed off on that first video. In there, I mentioned, you know, that Lake Granbury is 103 miles of shoreline. I mentioned that it's a water reservoir, so we don't have flood insurance needed because it's not a flooding issue on the lakeside. So I went over a few things about the lake. So you may want to go back, make sure you watch part 1 of the videos just so you can get some extra information. And from there, if you have any questions, call, text, or email, reach out to me. We'd love to answer any questions you have. Hope you found this helpful, and if we don't hear from you, hopefully we'll see you around Granbury sometime. As we're driving here, most of these homes on my left are lakefront properties. You'll notice as we're driving, small little streets that will kind of branch off with homes on them, as in this one right here. You can see the lake back behind it. Great main body properties that will line this street. And you will find little inlets like this down several streets in DeCordova Bend. We're out here in DeCordova Bend, and we're looking at one of the premier communities. If you're looking for a lakefront home in Granbury, DeCordova Bend has some of the premier lakefront homes. I'm here at this property in front of me, and it is a 3-bed, 3-bath, 4,000 square foot on main body. It's listed for $1.3 million. It was built in '94. As you can see, gorgeous home, and if you can sneak a peek right through the houses there, you can see main body access. It is beautiful lake frontage. So we're going to get some more information as we kind of walk around. This is an older neighborhood, great mature trees throughout, and just a wonderful community overall. The clubhouse is located on Country Club Road. Nice place to eat, nice restaurant inside. Very nice country club, honestly. They have some tennis courts up here at the top of the hill. Again, the water is going to be to my left. Pretty sweet properties here. Okay, we're in DeCordova Bend. I wanted to show you a little pier. Some folks come down here and they go fishing. It's a little ramp here. It's a great ramp if you want to go put your boat in. Now, FYI, as I mentioned, while we're out in the lake, DeCordova Bend will not allow you to have your boat just parked in your driveway. So if you don't have a lakefront home with a boat dock, then you'll have to find some way of storing the boat. They have a marina here. It stays pretty booked up, honestly, so it's tough to get there. But if you have your boat out for the weekend, you can easily come drop it in the water. If it's a smaller boat, maybe you can store it in your garage. But it's a nice little pier, a great area. My son, him and his buddy will come out here and go fishing sometimes. So this is a great little spot for the lake. It really is. If you look up this way, there's a volleyball court. There's another little ramp. And yeah, nice little area out here in DeCordova Bend.